Hello, guys. I'm Shravan, and welcome back to day six of the series of storytelling and being fluent while speaking to someone or telling your things to others. So, I chose this platform just to make sure that I know myself well. I'm aware of myself, and wherever I see the weaknesses and whatever flaws that I have in terms of my skills, I am able to overcome them as soon as possible. There are multiple ways to get them done, but I chose this path because I like it as well. I it There's something inside, like within me, says kept on teasing me. Ki, why are you not coming on it? Why are you not doing it? If everyone else is doing, why are you not doing? uh, there are multiple other aspects as well. One of the major of them is uh, the financial aspect, which I'm not at all concerned with right now because I know that I'm not going to earn anything from here. But the thing that it has potential of getting me to the stage where I can you know I want to have the I would ultimately get the option to you know earn far better than what I'm doing right now, and as I'm keep on improving day by day, as you must be seeing it as well on the video. You might be able to uh, you may get it, assess it by seeing my previous videos and today's videos. There are few pauses and hesitations that I can see in my language as well, in my speech as well. But again, it's just that what I'm speaking right now is impromptu, and I've not at all, written it anywhere, or it is not at all, scripted at all. So let's take it further from here. Last video, I told you that I kept on preparing for the examinations, and how after getting graduated, I got inspired by one of my relative who got selected in banking examination. And uh, he was also preparing for the banking exam for so many years, and last he got the selection, and which is why I started believing in the system. Soon after I started it, I also get pretty close to the final results multiple times, which was kind of cocaine for me, which worked like cocaine. Like I could not leave it, and we were talking about how it worked. Like the people, like the youth, like us, were actually trapped in it. Whenever you are preparing for some examination, and you know that you are falling behind just by the margin of 3 or 4 marks, or maybe up to 10 marks, you find yourself very close to the destination where you want to be, and you start preparing. You just start preparing again for the examination for the next year or next time. So I was no different. It was not nothing different with me. I also started doing that, and it was a trap that I was stuck in. And why I'm calling it a trap, because when you take it further, you leave everything aside just because of these examination, which is not going to help you anyway in terms of your experience, or adding value to your uh, career in a way. And whenever you're going to be Whenever you are going to look for the private private jobs, after exhausting all your attempts from here, you won't find place there even. And you will find yourself in tight spot, because you will that will be the time, that will be the time when you will come to know that what have you lost. Because these years I have not realized what I had not realized what I'm losing. And I got addicted to preparing for examination. It was an excuse for me to not to do anything else, but to stick to my books. And I can I won't hesitate to say that I was not at all giving that much of time as it was required when I was sitting home and studying and preparing for my examination. It required far better, you know efforts out of me, and I could have given that, given the fact that I was fully sitting just because of preparing examination. I was completely dedicated to it. And by saying this, I also it also uh, reflects on why I failed in the examination, because I feel like I could not put in my 100% into what I was doing then. But I definitely tried my best to give at least for 60 to 70%, and could not make it to 100% due to some reasons. So whatever the reasons are, they do not count, because when you fail, you fail. Even if you are putting in 100% effort, it won't be counted, because you the result is what is ultimately required. If it is if it is the fail, if the result is fail, everything else becomes zero. It reminds me of a rule, that whatever the displacement is, if you have the rule of the displacement, how would you measure it? If you move from one place to another and get back to your place, whatever route you have followed, no matter what you have done and how far you have traveled and come back to the same point, it will be considered zero. Nothing else will be asked from you apart from getting failed, the reason of being failed. So it's that thing that I have experienced. Majority of my youth time I've spent in preparing for examination, and is the reason why I'm bit frustrated on and I'm coming up with those real experience why I feel like they're frustrating when you keep on trying the same thing and keep on failing on them. Even after that, you do not leave it, and you do not. It is kind of addict. You become addicted to it. That I won't do anything else. It becomes a matter of pride for you. Becomes a matter of you take it personally, and you are ready to uh, destroy yourself or to get that 30,000, 40,000 job. Now, when pandemic hit the world and everywhere else was a hue and cry, now there was unemployment, and the there was worse condition prevailing in our houses, in our financial, in terms of financial condition in our homes, as there was nobody who was earning money, because my father was he got fired, and just because of uh, the pandemic, he he was not earning anymore, and now the onus was on me, and I was sitting home. I had to do something. I was taking uh, tuition classes on and off, and was not enough. It was not enough at all to meet my ends. So what I did was, I started looking for a job, and I hardly, barely got a job of calling from home because of the prevailing condition, the worst condition given there uh, in 2020. Towards the end of 2020, I got one job, and I was really desperate to get a job because of the conditions going on then, because even the coaching classes got stopped because no parents was ready to send their child, and it was not even required from our side as well, because we advised them to not to come here, stay back home, and stay safe. So I got a job of calling, and I repeatedly, you know got I had some targets of getting the students admitted, and what I did was nothing, zero. There was no admission 15 days. I left it on 15th because I got frustrated out of it, because there was no results, and the pressure was building. The management was mounting the pressure on me. "Ki, why are you not getting any results? Why are you not getting any admission?" And this is what sales is. And in those times when there's time of pandemic, who will send their child to these colleges and all, when everything everywhere, it is getting closed. All the colleges are getting closed. How in the world can you expect any college or anyone to join it when everyone else is living it just to be safe at home? So yeah, I mean, I left it, and I got the salary of 15 days after 2 3 days, not 2 3 days, 10 to 15 days. And I was really happy about it, because I was in dire need of money, and when I was facing it, I really was thinking on what I've done in my past, and I was really regretting what I've done, like why I spent so much time on these preparations and all, and it made me zero. The displacement story, what I told you, was exactly what my story was. Displacement. Whenever you, even if you have traveled the world, and if you have come to the same spot where you started, it will be counted as zero. So the the displacement story is what I could resemble then better. And soon after that, I due to some of my close friends, I got to know about job opening, and I applied in it, and fortunately I got selected, and I started doing that job, and it was a good job. Initially, when I was taking calls, doing calls, taking, and monthly, I was on monthly target, sales target. No, it was far better than that. I had to take chats. This was the start of my chatting career. Like career in chats, I should rather say. Uh, so I took chats, like I was working in customer service, and we were catering to the Vodafone UK company and their customers. And whenever there was query, we were there, and we had to answer them in written, like on chat, so they could chat with us and share their problems when we were there to help them. And was good experience altogether, until it was 1 year. And I was facing a lot of crisis there as well, because I was not able to set. I didn't feel settled there because of the various metrics, the parameters that are given to you. You'll have to meet them in order to sustain your position in the company. And they were offering good salary, about 120, 25, 24, 23. I started, I think, 23 there, and it was a good salary. Like, I earlier, when I joined that 15 days company, where I worked for 15 days, was giving only 15,000. So when I got job of 22,000, was I had no bound of I, there was no looking back. It's I was pretty happy about it. And now I started preparing for examinations, apart from going with jobs. So as I knew that I had only one thing to come out of these conditions, that I get selection somewhere where some government job. And because I once you get addicted, that you have command on the syllabus, you have good command on syllabus. It is the other matter that you would not able to make it in the final list, but you know that you have this capacity to get into the finals, or the till the interview stage. So it kept me in the loop and engaged. And this time, since I was already working, and I was earning money for my family, it didn't hurt me at all. It in fact gave me boost to prepare for the examination. And the kind of environment I saw there, it was all work from home, and we never saw the office then. And I remember they delivered the laptop at my residence. And they came back to, they received it from my residence as well when I left the company. And there's this another story why I left this company, and how I got selected in the next company, which is American Express. It was great experience. It is great story. So I would definitely like to share it with you in the next episode. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening to me. I'll be better than today, and tomorrow I'll definitely take next ride in this field, and I will definitely come strong. Thank you. Thank you so much.